Wolfgang Pauli was born in Vienna, Austria in 1900. He attended Princeton University during World War II and received the Nobel Prize in 1945 for his contributions to physics. Nobel laureate in physics, famous for discovering a new law called the Pauli exclusionary principle, which was also encouraged by Albert Einstein. Pauli says, everything in the world has its own vibration. All electrons have three characteristics, in names, energy level rotation orbit. Physicists calculate and derive the quantum number of each electron based on these three characteristics. Pauli says, there are no two electrons in the universe with the same quantum number. Pauli gives an example and says, we take an apple and choose only one of the billions of electrons inside it. Suppose we call this electron Eric. Eric's quantum number is a very long number. But to simplify our work, let's assume that the big number is 23. Pauli proved that nowhere in the universe, even in the star of the galaxy, you will not find not only another apple, but also no other object whose electron has a quantum number of 23. Now, if we take a handkerchief and hit an apple with an electric current, energy will be generated from the friction created, and this energy will increase the Eric quantum number, for example, to 26, and at that very moment, the only electron in the universe with a quantum number of 26 will undergo a change. Our world is constantly changing its composition in order to maintain balance. After proving this, Pauli received the Nobel Prize in Physics and said, if every electron has its own unique vibration, then every object in the world has its own vibration. But the conclusion when an apple changes with a little friction, that is, when I hug and kiss my child, or when I forgive my spouse, or when I scold my neighbor, or when I scratch my hand, I actually order a chain of change. I give the universe. Every thought that passes through our mind causes the electrons in the universe to vibrate and undergo changes. Thought not only affects matter, but thought is matter itself. Sadness makes me sad, and that's the biggest mistake that happens to me. Because sadness should make me more aware, because when we are hurt, we become more aware. Sadness should not increase suffering. So don't tolerate suffering, open it up, because suffering is an opportunity to become more conscious. It was philosophy, the last word. If instead of the love you gave someone, you see ill will from him, do not despair of love, because you will see it in return from another person in another relationship and in another matter. That is why it is said that science confirms the teachings of the philosophers. Since philosophers always believe that everything in the universe is interconnected, all the energies that come from you return to you. Be positive to get positive back. Let's take this matter seriously and don't easily ignore it. Nothing happens in the universe without a reason or without wisdom. Know the rules and follow the law. Then the world inside and out will become an indescribable paradise.